Have you ever felt like you're just constantly juggling? Caught in that relentless game of whack-a-mole with
Oh,
tasks?
absolutely. Work, personal life, family stuff. It just keeps coming.
Exactly. And just as you think you've cleared one thing, boom, another pops up. It feels like a constant struggle to keep everything moving without, well, getting totally overwhelmed.
Right. And in this super fast-paced world we live in, finding ways to organize effectively isn't just nice to have, is it? It feels fundamental.
It really is. It's a cornerstone for well-being,
Yeah.
for success, really. Which brings us to today's deep dive. We're looking into something really practical, an approach we're calling the Google method for sustainable productivity.
Yeah, and it's important to clarify right off the bat what we mean by that.
Good point. This isn't some official rigid protocol handed down by Google. Not at all.
No, it's more of a practical, adaptable framework. It's built around tools most of us probably already use every day. Things like Google Calendar, Google Tasks, Google Keep.
And what's so clever about it, I think, is how it takes these proven time management ideas,
Yeah.
you know, time blocking, the Eisenhower matrix for sorting urgent versus important stuff,
Right, the classics.
and it weaves them into this fluid digital system that just works everywhere,
Yeah.
on your phone, your laptop.
Exactly. It's about integration.
Yeah.
So our mission today is basically to unpack how you can use this approach to turn that daily chaos into, well, clear, actionable structure.
And hopefully boost your productivity, sharpen your focus.
And really importantly, cut down on that burnout. You mentioned that 20–30% figure. That's huge. Burnout can just drain your time if you don't manage it proactively.
Absolutely. So ultimately, it's about helping you regain control, get your daily actions lined up with your bigger goals, and find a healthier work-life balance.
What's really fascinating here, as you said, is that it's not about reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
It's taking established techniques and synthesizing them within these tools we likely already have access to.
So it's a practical framework.
Definitely. Google Calendar is your time manager, your schedule. Tasks handles the to-dos, the prioritization. And Keep is like your digital sticky notepad for quick capture.
And the real magic is bringing things like time blocking
Right, dedicating specific chunks of time for focused work.
and the Eisenhower matrix into that single synced-up system that works across all your devices.
Yeah, seamless is the goal.
Okay, so for someone listening, if they're using familiar tools and principles, what's the first thing they'll feel? How does it cut through that daily disarray?
Well, I think the most immediate shift is probably a sense of reduced mental clutter. Just that feeling of, oh,
Okay.
like a weight off. Exactly. Imagine seeing your week laid out, maybe color-coded, organized, knowing what needs doing and when. That clarity itself translates pretty quickly into better productivity, more focus on the key things.
And less of that creeping exhaustion we talked about.
Precisely. It eases that constant feeling of being behind or overwhelmed.
That reduction in cognitive load, just not having to hold everything in your head, that sounds like a massive win.
It is.
So, thinking bigger picture, what are the core objectives here? If someone adopts this method, what are they really aiming for?
Fundamentally, the core objective is about empowerment. It's about helping you reclaim control over your time, which is, your most valuable asset.
Right.
So it's designed to minimize stress, but also maximize achievement, both personal and professional goals. It really encourages you to align your day-to-day organization with your kind of longer-term values.
So it's not just about cramming more in.
Not at all. It's striving for a sustainable balance, one that actually feels achievable.
Okay, and for you listening right now, as you dive into this with us, the objectives are pretty concrete. We want you to get a really deep understanding of these tools, calendar, tasks, Keep, and how they work together for holistic time management.
And adopting habits, right. Habits that genuinely cut down on procrastination and boost efficiency.
Yeah, and being able to see the impact. Evaluating your productivity using real metrics like task completion rates.
Crucially, it's also about adaptability. Learning how to tailor this method to your situation. Maybe you're working remotely, maybe you're juggling family schedules, maybe you're managing a personal project. The method needs to flex.
It's not one size fits all.
Definitely not. And to make those objectives really work, the method leans heavily on setting SMART goals.
Yes, SMART. Specific, measurable.
Achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's a classic framework for a reason. It makes goals concrete, not just vague wishes.
And the Google tools themselves help with that.
Absolutely. They make tracking easy, they provide reminders, they become your allies in keeping you on course.
Okay, let's make this practical. What are some actual goals someone could try? Let's say short-term, next few weeks?
Good idea. So short term, maybe 1 to 4 weeks out. A good starting point is configuring Google Calendar with at least 3 distinct calendars. Maybe work in blue, personal in green, family in yellow, whatever works for you, just segmenting things visually.
Okay, visual separation.
Yeah.
What else?
Then jump into Google Tasks. Try listing and prioritizing at least, say, 10 daily tasks. Aim for maybe an 80% completion rate for the week. Don't aim for perfection right away.
Right, achievable.
And use Google Keep to log maybe 1 or 2 daily habits you want to build. Exercise, reading, meditation, whatever it is. Just getting into that routine of tracking. These are small steps, but they build momentum.
Makes sense. What about looking a bit further out, say, medium term, 1 to 3 months?
Okay, medium term. Now, you could aim to implement time blocking for a larger chunk of your week, maybe 70% of your agenda, really dedicating specific protected blocks for your priority tasks.
Getting serious about focus time.
Exactly. And this is where integrations can be really powerful. Syncing with other apps, like getting reminders from Gmail automatically. The goal is to reduce that friction, that switching time between tasks.
Smooth transitions.
Yeah, and crucially, start doing weekly productivity reviews. Look back, see what worked, what didn't, and adjust your goals. This is how you actively shape a routine that minimizes burnout and finds that balance.
Okay, review and adjust. And then long term, 6 month plus.
Long term, the goal is really autonomy in digital management. Applying the method to more complex projects, maybe a big work launch, planning a major family event like a move or a long trip.
Handling the big stuff.
Right. And measuring the impact not just on productivity, but on personal satisfaction. Feeling genuinely more in control should lead to better emotional well-being. That's a key long-term outcome.
That's a great point. It's not just about tasks.
And think about collaboration. Expanding the method by sharing calendars with your team or your family, fostering that collective productivity where everyone's synced up, it can be a real game changer for groups.
Okay, so how does this all actually work? What are the core principles driving this?
It boils down to a few fundamentals. First is prioritization. And this leans heavily on the Eisenhower matrix, that urgent, important grid right within Google Tasks. It forces you to classify things and focus on what really matters.
Cutting through the noise.
Exactly. Second is visualization. Google Calendar is brilliant for this. With its graphical layout, the color coding, you can instantly see how your time is allocated. It gives you that intuitive overview.
You see where the gaps are, where you're overloaded.
Precisely. And third is automation. Using smart reminders, integrations, maybe even Google Assistant to minimize the manual effort of managing everything.
Making it easier to stick with.
Right. But the real aha moment, I think, isn't just using the tools individually. It's realizing how they work together as an ecosystem, almost like an extension of your brain.
Offloading the mental burden.
Exactly. By getting everything out of your head and into the system, what to do, when to do it, you free up so much cognitive bandwidth. It's not just about less stress. It's about shifting your mental energy from managing tasks to actually doing them, to mastering them.
Right.
It enables that deeper, focused work.
That idea of freeing up mental energy is huge.
Yeah.
Let's dig into the specific tools and how they integrate. Google Calendar first, the hub you said.
Yeah, Calendar is definitely the command center. It's where you schedule everything, create recurring events for routines, block out that crucial deep work time.
And sharing features for collaboration.
Right, sharing with colleagues, family. And the multi-platform sync is key. If add something on your phone, refine it on your laptop, it's all seamless.
You mentioned a goals feature too.
Yeah, it's quite neat. You can tell Calendar you want to, say, exercise 3 times a week, and it will try to automatically find slots in your schedule for it. Helps automate building those good habits.
Interesting. Okay, what about Google Tasks? How does that fit in?
Tasks is your actionable to-do list manager. It's great because you can break down bigger tasks into subtasks, set deadlines, prioritize them, and critically, it integrates directly into Calendar.
Ah, so you see your tasks on your schedule.
Exactly. You can drag a task onto a specific time slot. It moves it from just a list item to a scheduled commitment. It helps bridge that gap between knowing what to do and planning when you'll do it.
That makes sense. And Google Keep, where does that fit? For the random thoughts.
Precisely. Keep is perfect for quick notes, brainstorming, capturing ideas on the fly before they vanish. You can use tags to organize, even set location-based reminders, like remind me about groceries when I'm near the store.
Handy.
It complements Calendar and Tasks really well, especially for more creative thinking or just capturing those fleeting ideas.
And you mentioned the integration across Google Workspace, making things efficient.
Yeah, that's a big part of the Google method concept, like being in Gmail, reading an email that requires action, and with one click, turning it into a Google task.
Oh, nice. So it doesn't get lost in your inbox.
Exactly. It streamlines things. It ensures actionable items get captured into your system immediately. It's about making your whole digital workflow coherent.
All right, this sounds powerful. Let's get practical. If someone's listening and thinking, okay, I want to try this, walk us through the steps. How do they start?
Okay, step by step. Step 1, initial evaluation. Seriously, set aside maybe an hour, grab Google Keep or even just a notebook and audit your current week.
Uh-huh.
Log your activities meticulously. Brutally honest. This is where you spot the time leaks. Maybe it's scrolling social media, getting lost in news feeds, those constant little interruptions. You need to see where the time is actually going first.
That sounds slightly terrifying, but necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, audit done, leaks identified. What's step 2?
Step 2 is configuration. Now you set up those themed calendars in Google Calendar we talked about. Work in blue, personal in green, whatever makes sense. Import your existing contacts, your current appointments, so it's a smooth transition.
Get the structure in place.
Right, that visual separation really helps clarify things and set mental boundaries.
Okay, calendars are set up, looking colorful. Now, the daily routine.
Exactly. Step 3, daily planning. Try to make this a morning ritual. First thing, open Google Tasks, identify your top 3, maybe 5 key priorities for that day.
Just the critical few.
Yes. Then, and this is crucial, go to Google Calendar and block out specific time slots for those priorities. And here's that pro tip again. Include buffers.
Ah, the buffer time.
Yeah.
Remind us why that's so important.
Because things always come up unexpectedly. A meeting runs over, a quick question turns into a long discussion. Those buffer blocks, maybe 15, 20 minutes between scheduled items, they absorb the shocks. They stop one delay from derailing your entire day. They are your flexibility insurance.
Flexibility insurance, I like that. Sanity savers. Okay, so you plan the day, buffers included, but sticking to it and learning is key, right?
Absolutely. Which brings us to step 4, review and adjustment. At the end of each day, or maybe the end of the week, take a few minutes to evaluate. What did you actually accomplish versus your plan? What needs to roll over?
What worked, what didn't?
Exactly. Use the data in Calendar, look at your completed tasks, track your progress, identify patterns. Are you consistently underestimating how long things take? Are you scheduling deep work when you're usually interrupted? This review cycle is where continuous improvement happens. It helps you answer that critical question. Is my time going where I want it to go?
That's so important. It's not just about doing stuff, it's about doing the right stuff and learning how you work best. Okay, and for the power users, is there an advanced step?
There is. Step 5 is advanced scaling. This is optional, but cool. You can start incorporating automations using tools like IFTTT, is this, then that.
Connecting different apps together.
Yeah. It lets your different digital tools talk to each other. Imagine setting up a rule like, if I mark a task as complete in Google Tasks, then automatically schedule a 15-minute break in Google Calendar.
Whoa. Automatically building in rewards and pauses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes the effort out of remembering to take breaks, reinforcing those good habits through automation. Pretty powerful stuff.
That's real neat. Okay, let's talk about where people can apply this. Real-world scenarios. How does it work in, say, professional life?
Oh, it's huge for professionals, especially remote workers. Shared Google Calendars make coordinating meetings across different time zones way easier. You can track project deadlines, share progress updates visibly. It just cuts down on so much back and forth and confusion about who's doing what and when.
Reduces the noise. What about outside of work? Family life.
Absolutely fantastic for family management, seriously.
Yeah.
Organizing school events, doctor's appointments, sports practices, family dinners. Having it all on synchronized calendars that everyone in the household can see.
Game changer.
Total game changer. Fewer missed appointments, less, oh, I forgot about that. It just reduces household stress significantly.
I can see that. And for personal goals? Hobbies, learning?
Yeah, Google Keep really shines here, I think. You can use it to track habits you want to build, meditating daily, practicing an instrument, learning a language. You can log your progress, jot down notes.
And then maybe schedule time for it in a calendar.
Exactly. You integrate those personal growth activities right into your daily agenda, making them concrete commitments, not just vague aspirations you never get around to.
Okay, this all sounds very promising, but let's be real. Switching systems, adopting new habits, it's not always smooth sailing.
Yeah.
What are some common roadblocks people hit?
You're absolutely right. There are definitely hurdles. Challenge number 1 is often just resistance to change. We get comfortable with our old ways, even if they aren't working well.
Inertia is powerful.
It really is. The solution here, go small. Start with micro habits. Don't try to overhaul everything overnight. Just add one task to Google Tasks today. Schedule one time block tomorrow. Those small wins build momentum and confidence.
Makes sense. Ease into it. What's another common one?
Challenge 2, digital overload. Sometimes just looking at all the potential apps and features can feel overwhelming. Where do I even start?
Analysis paralysis.
Exactly. My advice. Keep it simple initially. Focus on mastering just Google Calendar and Google Tasks first. Get comfortable with those core tools, and don't be afraid to use Google's own tutorials. They're actually pretty good for step-by-step guidance.
Okay, focus on the core, use the help guides. What about life-throwing curveballs? Challenge 3. Improvised events and flexibility. Plans get disrupted.
They always do. This goes right back to those buffers we talked about. Build in that 15–20% buffer time into your schedule. That's your wiggle room.
The flexibility insurance.
Right, and cultivate that daily habit of reviewing your agenda quickly. See what's changed, make adjustments on the fly. The goal isn't rigid adherence, it's agile adaptation. Your system needs to bend, not break, when the unexpected happens.
Agile adaptation. Good phrase. Okay, one more: privacy. People worry about putting their whole life in the cloud.
That's a valid concern. Challenge 4, privacy and technological dependence. You're relying on these tools. So, the solution is twofold. First, be diligent about configuring Google's privacy settings to your comfort level. Understand what's being shared and with whom.
Take control of the settings.
Yes. And second, maintain offline backups for anything truly critical. Don't rely solely on the cloud for irreplaceable information. Have some redundancy.
Good practical advice.
Ultimately, navigating these challenges is part of the process. Overcoming them is what turns this method from just a set of apps into a really durable, sustainable ally for managing your time and energy. It gives you that lasting clarity and control.
So pulling it all together, this Google method, as we're calling it, is really an accessible, powerful way to blend simple technology with these timeless principles of good time management.
Yeah, it's about smart integration.
And implementing these tools, using them together, can genuinely boost your productivity, yes, but also significantly cut down on stress and give you that deeper sense of control over your life, both at work and outside of it.
It's an approach that can grow with you, too. It fosters sustainable discipline, not just a temporary fix.
Right. And like you said earlier, this isn't just about managing a calendar efficiently.
No, it's bigger than that. It's really about making a commitment to living more intentionally, more fully.
Exactly. Moving from just reacting to your day to actually designing it. So the final thought for you listening is, what's one small, actionable step you could take this week to start reclaiming your time?
Maybe it's doing that initial time audit we talked about. Just seeing where the hours actually go.
Yeah, maybe just that 1 hour of honest assessment. Consider how investing that little bit of time now to personalize this approach for yourself could really reshape things down the line. It's not just about getting more done, is it? It's about gaining more peace of mind.